Custom Garage. Hey guys, so we spent this week grinding, sanding, welding, getting all the spots that needed finishing up done. So let me show you what we did. Okay, so these are all welded, cleaned up. Finished welding up all the holes around here. I'm gonna pull a few of the low spots out in here so it's flat. Welded a piece down here underneath the frame just to give it, to close up some of that gap so that when the body's down, it's sealed up better. Welded up the end of the frame rails. The corner up here, did a lot of cleaning. This thing was covered in cavity wax. So we spent days and days and days trying to get it out of all these little pockets and stuff, because some of this stuff was probably a 1/4 of an inch thick. So everything's welded now and ground down, and now it's ready for primer. So I'm gonna start taping up everything and get this thing taped up and get some primer on this today. So I lifted the car up, cleaned up a little bit. It's amazing. It feels like I do more cleaning than I do working on the cars. What we're gonna do next is I got the frame outside here. I'm gonna move the frame over to there, move the Jeep out of the way. I'm gonna put the Jetta on these the pinch weld rollers, jacks or whatever. And we're gonna move this over to the spray booth. So first thing I gotta do is get all this stuff out here moved out of the way so I can get things moved over to the booth. So we'll get these moved and we'll come back. All right, we got the car down on the clamps. There you go. They could clamp onto the pinch weld. And move the frame over there with the Jeep over there. Now I got access to get into the spray booth. I have no idea how nice these will roll or if they'll roll at all. I guess we're just about to find out. And that's what I was hoping wouldn't happen. Well, we got the car in, got on a lift. My kids came over, gave me a hand with it. Thankfully, they were there. Pinch weld rollers didn't work so well. Gonna need some modifications. It ended up falling off of one side. And now I got a dent right here. So it's not terrible. It can be repaired. So I gotta repair this dent now. Unexpected, but hey, I didn't know how those things would work. They're too wide and they don't have enough bite on the lip. So I'm gonna modify them. I'm gonna weld some brackets on there. Also gonna make a bracket go across the cars to connect them to each other so that all four will be together in one piece. I think that'll make it a little stronger and make it a little better for this. So for now, we got the insides clean. Got the outside taped up. I want to get primer on this. We had some dents from chiseling the panels off. So I filled them, and I'm now using a pin welder and pulling all these out, getting them fairly close before I put the epoxy on. So you want to get your metal as close as you can before you put the epoxy on, because after the epoxy on, you don't want to be grinding things off. So that's what I did. So as you can see, it's all sanded and clean. This took a long time to do, but we're ready to put some primer on this thing. So that's what we're gonna get to next. So the engine bay is ready for primer. I have some epoxy primer for it. I'm gonna paint all the bare metal spots, anything that looks like it's bare. And we're gonna do the inside edges of all of this. And let's get to it. Hey guys, so we sanded the epoxy. I put a thin coat of Duraglass over the edge, just to make a smooth transition from here to here. We're gonna sand this with some 80 grit and see if we need any more filler or not. Once we get the filler all done, we'll come back and we'll put some seam sealer on all these welds, make it nice and pretty. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So the car's sanded down. As you see, we repaired the rocker. Rocker's all better now. Rescuffed all the jams. Scuffed the primer over the sealer in the engine bay. Scuffed all these jams and cleaned up the shop a little bit. Gotta sweep the floors. Hate doing body work in the spray booth, but sometimes you're just stuck doing it. So now what I'm gonna do is get this thing all taped up and ready to do the jams. Get it taped up tonight. Tomorrow in the morning we'll spray the jams and get ready to start putting this car back together. Taped up and ready to jam. Sometimes people like to back tape their edges. I'm afraid I'll have too much of a buildup on the edge. If I do, I'd rather have it blow over and I'll just sand it back. So I will let whatever blows on the fenders blow on, I'll sand that back off. The rest of it though, we'll get that painted tomorrow. But yep, she's ready to go. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint the whole back panel because there is a line right here. So I can paint that and then I don't have to worry about having an edge in along the edge here. So when there's lines and places to stop, it's sometimes a good place to stop and do it. So she's taped up. Tomorrow we'll get some black cherry on this. And then during the week, I can put the doors back on, put the hood and the trunk on, and start prepping it for finished paint. Hey guys, so we've been having some technical difficulties with the heat. My furnace is acting up, it won't run. Making some weird noises, so I got a guy supposed to come out and look at it. Kerosene heater, I used it, caught on fire. I don't know what happened to it. It definitely had a problem, and we threw it outside. So in the middle of painting the Jetta jams, we're stopped. Can't really move forward until I get some heat in here. I bought another kerosene heater, and it's not working that good. I don't know what its problem is. So we're trying to work on that situation. While it's doing it, we're gonna change direction again. We're gonna go back on the Mustang. We're gonna work some on that, and then I have another build for you. We're gonna start on that next week. You'll get to see what that is, and we'll just keep moving forward. As soon as I get heat in here, a constant heat that I can count on, we'll get back to painting the Jetta, and we'll keep working on that. In the meantime, I'm going to try to see what I can do about getting some parts together anyway for the motor and make some changes to that and see if we can get everything back together and running. So for now, we're going to jump on the Mustang, and there's still a lot of stuff to do. I got all the wiring in here, which is just kind of just hanging in here. So I got to put a battery box in, get the wiring done. I want to get some of the interior put together. So right now it's just got a whole bunch of stuff stuck in it, just keeping things out of the way. So we're gonna work on getting this stuff inside here finished up and try to get the interior done. And in the meantime, we'll say we have another project. We'll show you what that is next week. And we'll just keep working towards goals. So I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. That'll be the end of this video. Please hit the like, subscribe, notifications, leave a comment. And we'll get back on the Jetta probably in a week or two. I'll say as soon as I can get somebody up here, get the furnace fixed, so that I know I can get a solid temperature so I can paint. And in the meantime, we can work on this and work on the next project and keep working forwards. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.